Today the market sold off a little bit. The Dow held up, but it was a question of whether the Dow was going to hold up and the Nasdaq come back up, or whether the Dow was going to fade. However, the Nasdaq had gapped down after it closed down back down below the T line, and so that gap down, and then it continuing to stay down at the lower end of the trading range most of the day, was something that had to be watched, in that if it didn't start coming back up and closing at the top of the trading range, showing strength like the Dow was showing strength, it meant the Dow was probably going to start coming down to meet the weakness that was in the Nasdaq. But remember, there are still advantages of knowing what the signals are telling you. For example, we saw the gap up from the doji in BORN the other day. Did a doji on Friday and then gapped up today. So there's a lot of strength in this stock despite what the market is doing. It can still be bought on positive trading tomorrow because your stochastics are coming up and you've had some gap ups, which tells you there's a great enthusiasm for investors to get in, especially after you see a doji and another gap up. That's telling you that the buyers want to get in very quickly. Conversely, if you see the dojis hitting resistance levels, it's always a very easy trade to know that when you see a doji, it's going to move in the direction of how they open it the next day. So that makes for very easy shorting if you see, especially if you see the pre-market futures getting weaker and you see a stock opening lower than its previous day's doji. It's a good probability that they're going to be taking it down further. Notice how this is doing kind of that bearish J hook, which means the 200-day moving average could be your next target. So right now, with stochastics heading down, it's a good indication that these markets are probably going to be heading lower. Look for the 50-day moving average to be the possible tests for both the Dow and the Nasdaq. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the chat rooms.